The Favourite has 10 nominations, including Best Picture, as well as Best Lead and Supporting Actress nominations for 3 of its cast. The Favourite is set in 18th century England, and it's about Abigail, this former aristocrat who finds herself without land and without status, and goes to work for Queen Anne as a servant. A lot of political maneuvering ensues as Abigail tries to find a more comfortable life for herself, and ends up getting very caught up in all of the very, very childish affairs of the royals. I think it gets a lot of its power from contrast. It's equal parts absurdly funny and truly dark. A lot of the movie is just these royals having these very silly, childish arguments, and you can almost start to believe that's what it was really like. But then there's this random breakdancing scene or something like that to sort of remind you this is a total farce, to break you out of that. It's kind of one of the director's things to just make all the characters extremely petty, but it is subtly different from his other films, and I think maybe just a little bit watered down. It doesn't shy away from being a full-blown period piece, showing you some of the harsh realities of the time, but it's mostly a weird, almost abstract, conceptual movie. It's a dark comedy where the comedy is supposed to make you laugh, and the dark stuff is supposed to be taken seriously, I think. And that gives it a lot of strength, but it also makes me wonder what this movie is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be like a scathing commentary on these kinds of political films? I don't know, because a lot of even the serious stuff feels like it could be a joke, like it's just poking fun at these kinds of political movies. Queen Anne is a really great character and really well portrayed by Olivia Colman. There's a scene where she's done up her makeup and she's done it too heavily.
You look like a badger. Oh. Are you going to cry? Really? Well, what do you think you look like? Badger. Do you really think you can meet the Russian delegation looking like that? No. I will manage it. Go back to your rooms.
At a certain point, you're like, this is just insane that these characters are in ultimate power over the country. There's a lot of play between those two things in the movie, between the real, the serious, natural stuff and the totally absurd. And it's not just in the story, not just in the characters, it's in everything. It's in the visual style of the movie, shots where it feels like it's meant to be a normal political drama, and then this absolutely crazy fisheye lens. It's almost as if that's sort of the whole point of the movie, is that play between real and absurd. Especially with this director's style tending to be on the side of absurd, and now this sort of real stuff finding its way in there. It's I don't know what to make of it. Because it's hard to tell if everything going on is intentional, or if the filmmakers sort of lost control of their own movie somewhere along the way. It sometimes feels as if it's working towards a grand concept, but I'm not sure if that's what's going on, or if the grand concept is just total absurdity. I really love this film, don't get me wrong. It's totally engaging, wonderfully strange. It's just those two things that make me a little bit wary of praising this movie too much. That sense that the director's style is maybe being a little bit watered down, and also that feeling that, difficulty in making sense of what this movie is and what it's supposed to be.
Giving me a palace. It is a monstrous extravagance, Mrs. Morley. We are at war.
We won!
Oh, it is not over. We must continue.
Oh, I did not know that.
This is one where I could kind of use your input. If you think I've just missed something and it's just gone totally over my head, just, comment your thoughts below if you have any. I feel a little uncertain on this one, so I'm asking you guys.